I'm about to tell you is going to seem a little bit crazy for a lot of you, but it's necessary for me to explain this stuff to you. We're getting a lot of elbow issues in the gym at the moment, and we want to address. So first things first, what gives me the authority to discuss elbow pain with you? Well, I've had it all. Seriously, if there's a pain on some part of your body, I've more than likely had it, not just once, maybe a million times. So I do have the authority to understand where you're coming from and how it feels like. And then also how to address it, because the main thing for me is that I want to keep training. I keep training because I enjoy it, and I don't want little niggles to hold me back. And I'm sure if you're training with us, you have a very, very similar sort of mindset. So first things first, elbows. What happens is that we get pain in the elbow over here, and we go, oh geez, this is really pain. And generally that is tennis elbow. If you'd like a more technical term, Dan will be able to explain that to you and give you the exact technical term. The main thing for me though is that what I've found with myself is that I get the elbow pain even though I'm not doing a lot of volume on the upper body. So I'm not doing a hell of a lot of pull-ups, I'm not doing a hell of a lot of presses, that type of stuff, but I still get the damn elbow pain. So what I found is going through the experience of busy trying to sort this out is that we cannot address the problem by just focusing on the elbow and where the pain is. This generally is a byproduct of a problem that is either stemming further down or further up. For most of us, all right, I'm not saying for all of us, but for most of us, I would say that the pain is coming from coming towards the shoulder, neck, upper back region, all right? Not necessarily coming down here to the forearm with weak flexors and extensors. So yes, how does this look? How do I know this? How do I know that it's possibly coming from the shoulder and not the actual elbow itself? And I would even it goes even a little bit further, and I'd want to say that it actually is coming from the spine and not necessarily just from the shoulder. And I'll show you how. So what we see a lot in the gym is that when the guys are going to press, right, when we get you to press your arms overhead with the bar or do kipping pull-ups, all right, generally the guys that have the shoulder problem, when we get them to do their presses, all right, push presses, strict presses, what we see is that they dump pressure, they lean back and they press the bar out in front of them. They don't have the ability to keep their core tight and to get their arms overhead. That is the problem. Seriously, that is caused by not having enough extension through the upper middle back, the thoracic spine. That basically is a lifestyle thing. So for instance, if you drive a lot, if you sit a lot, if you're on your phone a lot, your spine is going to naturally get into a flex position. As soon as this happens, you can all try this at home. Head comes forward. As you try to put your arms overhead, we can't get our arms overhead. Then you come into the gym and we say, right guys, we're going to do a 5x5 push press today, plus we're going to do a WOD that's got 20 pull-ups, 5 rounds, and we ask you to go overhead, push presses, kipping pull-ups, and we cannot get our spine into extension so that the shoulder can function properly. When the shoulder can't function properly, what's going to happen is that we're going to start to put strain on another joint at some point. So maybe the shoulder might get a bit sore. That is quite common. Oh, my shoulders are sore. I've got this pain. It's so deep inside over here. And then, oh, jeepers, my elbow is sore. I get this burning sensation. I can't even pick up my mug of coffee. That is a major, major issue. All right? I've had this. This is not fun. But it all stems from the ability to going from this position into a good position and then expressing the movement through that. How do we go about addressing it? It's actually pretty simple, in my opinion, but it does take a little bit of work, takes a little bit of time, commitment to it, so that so that we can rectify the matter. I've used this really, really successfully. I've also been to the chiros and the physios. problem over here, I've got this sore problem over here in my elbow, and then they put a machine on, the jackhammer, and choose Bob, the pain goes away for an hour or two, and then it comes back. It's terrible. None of them actually told me that I should be thinking about my body position through the day. So I'm not actually addressing this problem here, sitting on the computer, on the phone, driving, right? I'm not addressing that. All that I'm doing is I'm focusing on this area. So as soon as we start to do that, we get into a better position, right? The shoulder's going to sit in a better position, which means your elbows are going to function a lot better as well. So my favorite tool for my upper back is the double ball. This can get bought at Gorilla store. I don't know how much they are, but it lies around in my gym bag, and at least, I don't know, almost every day I would say is that I pick it up and I roll around in it. This is designed so that it can go one on either side of the spine, and you can roll up and down and loosen up the muscles and the vertebra and the joints so that they basically get out from a flex position into an extended position. This is how it's going to be done. Right. So I just need to set this up. There we go. Okay, first things first, take the ball. Pop it underneath the spine, and all that you do is you roll onto it and just basically wrap your hands around, and then just even flex or extend yourself and wrap yourself around the ball. What you might find is that there's a bit of a cracking, a bit of a snap, and it's very, very tight. Alright, and you're going to spend, I would say, in order for it to work well, I would say you've got to give yourself at least 5 to 7 minutes, working from basically just below the base of the neck and keep going all the way down till around about that last rib in your back, right? That rib that's at the bottom. And basically just enjoy this basically like a smash kind of compression type thing. It might even give you like a little bit of relief straight away. A big thing for me though is that it challenges my breathing and seeing if I can relax in the position as well. After about 5 minutes, what I would recommend is just test your overhead. Does it feel better? Does it move better? Are you moving better? Yes or no? That's the question. And if you have a look here, my arms go overhead in a much better manner than what they did before. Abs are locked in, bum is tight, and now today when I go into the gym and I have to do a lot of pull-ups, I'm not going to have this problem with the elbow. That's the first point. That's where I would start. We can then come into the shoulder just now at a later stage and then go into addressing possibly the flexors and the extenders of the forearm. That can be a problem, but I assure you most of you, really most of you, are not having elbow pain because of this area not being strong enough. You guys are gripping onto kettlebells, you're gripping onto bars, we're doing a lot of grip work, a lot of strength work. It's not because you're weak here, it really isn't. It's more because of the spine. I can virtually guarantee it.